206th try. Incredible record from Dan Norton. Was here in those dramatic scenes when England lifted the cup title. You involved that day, Ross? Gave the winning pass, as you remember you both talking about last night.
Advantage lost forward.
If it hadn't been for me in that pass, no. Here's Alex Gray. And England starting really bright here, and Gray just opens up the strike, and he'll go all the way. England, double sucker punch.
Soak that up, Alex Gray. That's a phenomenal finish from a big man. One of the few that probably does contrast to this Fijian team. He will match them physically, but has outgunned them with some serious wheels from 40 out. You see him just taking people on his own half, even stepping inside, missed tackle, tired Fijian defenders from not having the ball for so long, and backs himself, looks around and dives over from 5. Talk about the man trying to translate these skill sets to become a centre in 15s, but when you see moments like that, you want him to try and pursue this sevens effort. Enjoy the celebration. What a great start from this England team.
Now you tell us, Rob, I mean, Alex Gray, just the step, wasn't it? Around Talinga. And then put the afterburners on, had the strength. If you meet Fiji in a competition, it wants to be their first game, does it not?
It does, and specifically at Twickenham. The year that you mentioned, Johnny, we tended to realise you're going to play these teams, you're going to play them in a very physical match, but if you go along the tactics that England have had here, Sam and I were clearly telling his team to win the restarts, focus on that, then spread the ball with some serious width, have patience, they will tire. That is exactly what's happening.
2009, the year we were talking about, of course. New Zealand in the final. Michael Young is now known with the winning score, but it was Norton off the bench that day. But England, a superb start here. And we're talking about what Ben Ryan, who seems really comfortable. He doesn't overcoach Fiji, and that's really nice to see the natural seven skill that they have.
It does, but element of coaching, you can't really control errors, and if you've got 3 errors compared to none, straight away you're turning over ball.
But he's got the psychology right of Fiji. Possibly not what we're seeing that in this particular game. And here's Alex Davis. Oh, good fend as well. Here it is. Magic score number 3 for the hosts.
Crowd really getting into it. Alex Davis taking every single plaudit which he deserves. It's been a long track for him coming back from injury. Absolutely rocking this Fijian team. There will never be a panic seen in a Fijian team, but this is very much a formidable start from the England outfit. Playing with wits once again. Dan Norton in the 5 means players have to hold their shape. When you've got a one-on-one, he's an exceptional one-on-one attacker.
And of course we know about the experience coming back into this side. You said it, the wider GB training squad, all 7 of these starters for England in that squad, but the likes of Mitchell, the likes of Burgess and Norton coming back in design. England already in this opening few minutes have played more width than they played the entirety of last weekend.
And that is exactly it, Johnny, showing your level 3 coaching skills there once again. But once you play with width, you create opportunities for one-on-one defence. It's such a hard thing to stop big men with pace, with a handoff, running into space, and all you want is that opportunity, of which you see Alex Davis reaping the rewards for finding his there.
Don't like to mention it. Mitchell, slightly longer that time. I mean, Fiji just haven't had possession, have they? And we are seconds away from the hooter. What do they have here, Fiji? I don't know, fabulous time to score, isn't it? Tuai. This has a wee look round. Lemert came off early in Paris. Here's Norton up against Samasoni Viriviri, former player of the year. Didn't see too much of him in Paris. It was more about Nakarawa, back to the glass, going out for the Pro Tribe semi-final, and Fiji will strike, will they? Mitchell is chasing his man down. Boise Nafalevu pounces just when Fiji needed to.
And that is the class that they possess. You're never going to see them panic, you're never going to see them under stress. All they want is an opportunity to do what they do as a passion, as a hobby and as a job. And you see these offloads out the back door, no problem with that. This is actually defying physics for a man as big and as heavy and as powerful as that to be that quick. He's left Tom Mitchell for dead, which is no mean feat in itself, but this is what you want to see. Out the back doors, changing angles, passion, commitment and enjoyment. What an insightful half-time talk this is going to be.
Voici Nathalevu, Vui Dravu Valu, to use his full name, the Stade Francais man. So crucial, the Stade Francais lifting the top 14 title last season. Showed power and balance there, didn't he? But it's England with their 19-5 lead at half-time.
Because they're sliding, we run our coaches hard with support, like we just did, and you support the ball carrier, and then we'll get past the gain line. But at the moment, we're a little bit standoff in defence and attack. We're not taking the space, okay? So make sure in defence we just get our tackles right, and also the honeypot is a tackler plus one and third man to play the ball away. Any more than that, and we're going to get caught short. And I'll be brave on the ends, and don't drop off when we come forward. Now, have confidence now that if we keep the ball and you go forward and we talk around the ball, you'll all be fine. Our kick-off, our start, we now change the momentum towards Fiji, and we've got to get higher than the middle. As soon as they get there, even if they're going slow, push up in the middle, push up in the middle, push up in the middle. So really clear defensively, yeah? Attack-wise, I still think we can be better at the breakdown with our ball presentation, how we clear, how quickly our nine is to get away. They're coming in at the side a bit. The ref will pick that one up. Just have a little bit of word if you get a chance. I've got a better ball presentation, better speed.
There he is, Jared Hayne. When you were pushing around some highlights of him on social media yesterday, Rob, I mean, you could fill a show reel in about a month, couldn't you, of this guy's action?
It's a solid 11 minutes, but well worth watching to see what he can do when he gets opportunity with ball in hand. But difficult task for Fiji, just breaking on what they said at half-time there, all about the breakdown, as ever with sevens becoming more and more prevalent in the game. You've got to win that collision. Fiji don't need to commit players, that's what Ben Ryan was saying. Seemingly Simon wants it to be a much neater occasion.
Solid 11 minutes of highlights. Master of the understatement. Burgess.
Black, white.
Feeling that need to start this second half quickly to get the penalty, and they go quickly.
Play on.
England don't need to speed the game up, they just need to make sure they're accurate. Breakdowns for them are going to be places of sanctuary. They want to be safe there, commit men to it, and then play with the width that we've seen previously. Keep the ball away from Fiji.
Quickly, and in terms of the scoreboard, there's two very quick tries in the first half, but then Fiji showing what they can do through Nathalevu and Joubert. He points his arm to the sky in favour of England.
And correct decision. We heard Simon Ammo talk at half-time there about it at the side. It's exactly what you see, and often in sevens is a far more exposed breakdown with only one or two players in it, so you can quite clearly see when players aren't coming in as they should from what's known as the gate. And Johnny, as a level 3 coach, I'm sure can talk to you about that more so than I, but certainly occasion in sevens you don't need to overcommit at a breakdown. It's a case of choosing your battles wisely.
7-5.
Kumalala still with the ban from Paris.
Come on.
He said the ruck was formed on that situation there, so quite clearly you can't play the ball if it is indeed a ruck.
You should do some coaching yourself, Rob. Motivation might be your thing. Mitchell. Mitchell again, Norton. Two of England's best. Combined Norton with a chip. It could be special. Oh, it's really special. Dan Norton at his best.
You talk about highlight reels, put that one on it. Little bit of space for Dan Norton. Unbelievable stop start here. Samisoni Viriviri just falls over, has no clue where he's going, outside of his foot. Members bounce that he always seems to get at Twickenham. But look at that stop start. Hooks at the ball, put it nicely on the outside of the right foot, takes the bounce, little flick on. Dan Norton is made to be on stages like this.
Oh, there's just so many parts of that were impressive. The stop and go to put Viriviri on his derriere, and then the chip and bounce. Incredible for Dan Norton. Already 2 tries here at Twickenham. 2:07 all time, catching up on Ben Gollings, isn't he?
And to be fair to Dan, you know, this is one player that really will reap the benefit from a little bit of rest. He's such an incredible athlete.
His Sevens debut, Jared Hay. He has been a star of rugby league. He has been a star of American football. Can this man who possesses the full box of tricks make it in the world of rugby sevens? Prepare to see the top drawer emptied. Here's Alex Gray. Need to get the ball though first. Fiji, weren't they? Mitchell. Again, the width that England are playing with. McConaughey out here. One of the youngsters of the season, that's high. There's nothing malicious there. Let's carry on with the game. Like Colin Issau, the Fijian captain, knows it.
Yes.
Big thing in sevens about high tackles, understandably. Safety's paramount. If it's anything above the shoulders in that situation, even if the player's falling, deemed a dangerous tackle, he knows he's left his arm out there. That's a poor technique, need to stay squarer.
And it's England who just refuse. It's almost like sort of schoolboy stuff, isn't it? This is our backyard, it's our ball, and we're not going to let you have it.
Tackle on,
that's exactly the way you should play at home.
On your feet to the ruck 3.
Yeah, Burgess wasn't on his feet. Fiji can come away. Brilliant step. Superb. Dakuwaka. And Fiji do grab one back. Only a couple of minutes left in this game. Still time.
Never an occasion when Fiji play where you can say they're out of the game. The scoreboard does suggest it's going to be a long way back when you've got men in the middle that can beat people at will. Alex Gray having absolutely no chance with the big left foot jump step. Dakuwaka, new relatively on the circuit, doesn't change the fact he possesses the Fijian ability to dazzle with his feet.
Conversion not successful. 24-10. Alex Davis brave, ribs exposed, did not care for his own safety in gaining that ball. There's a deliberate knock-on from Fiji, and again this penalty count is racking up against Fiji.
Knock-on, no attempt to
penalty count severe. Pass the count means they're going to be tiring us Fijians. The most important stat for me, restarts retained. 4 restarts retained for England, none for Fiji. You talk about possession, primary possession will come from restarts.
Yeah, the restarts you talk about, it is a huge part of the game, isn't it? We see the likes of Madison Hughes for the USA, Nathan Hirayama for Canada, Mitchell for England. It's an incredible skill. As another really experienced sevens man comes onto the field. Newcastle Falcons, Marcus Watson comes on for England. Be interesting to see how he goes. He knows the game so well, but he's been out for a little while now.
And you see some very, very different pitches contrasting, been up at Kingston Park to been at Twickenham. Not just necessarily the support and the environment, but the fact he's going to be seeing a lot more space, but seemingly without necessarily the fitness to get through it. It's going to be really interesting to see how he goes, but I'm a big, big fan.
Little cameo here at the end. Watson, little wraparound. Simple, but so effective from England. Bowen, will he be required? Can't take the pass. It's a shame for England. That would have finish the game off.
It's a real shame. Ollie Lindsay-Haig put it on a plate for Bone potentially. He had his hips, the dummy would have worked. If you see Jared Hayne, he's already bought it. He's gone already. Poor execution of the pass as his right hand dropped. Frustrating to see, but let's not take away from the fact this is an incredible achievement to beat Fiji at home, and this is going to be a well-needed win for this England team.
Hayne. Little step there. Oh, just gifted. But Bowen couldn't score a moment ago. He can now. Twickenham loving it. The men in white, the men with the red rose on their chests, have pulled a rabbit out of the hat here. This is a huge win.